am Mrs. Triveni Suresh Babu, social science teacher, having an experience of more than 20 years. I feel proud to introduce you the lesson, our Karnataka Part 1 for the class 6th. Karnataka is divided into 4 revenue divisions. For the convenience of administration, whole of Karnataka has been divided into 4 divisions. That is, Bengaluru division, it comprises of 9 districts. Mysuru division, there are 8 districts. Belagavi division, there are 7 districts. Kalburgi division, 6 districts. Altogether, there are 30 districts. You can see the map in the left part, that is Mysuru. Green shaded area is Mysuru. Blue shaded area is Bengaluru. Pink or light purple color is Belagavi. And yellow color is Kalburgi. You can go through all the districts in the each and every 4 parts. Each district is headed by Deputy Commissioner. To look after the administration of each district, Deputy Commissioner is in charge, and he is responsible for the maintenance and administration of districts. Each division, that is, I told you that whole of Karnataka is divided into 4 divisions. These 4 divisions are headed by Divisional Commissioner. The Divisional Commissioner is in charge of the 4 divisions, that is Mysuru, Bengaluru, Belagavi and Kalburgi. See, you have already learnt that there are 4 administrative divisions of Karnataka. Under these divisions, you will learn some aspects, that is history and the districts, natural resources, forests, wildlife and national parks, agriculture and industries, art, literature, music, folklore, theatre and dance, education and healthcare, cultural heritage, freedom fighters and famous places. Now, the lesson has been divided into 6 parts. See, Bengaluru, we have divided Bengaluru division and Mysore division. Under the Bengaluru division, you will learn about history of Bengaluru division, natural resources of Bengaluru, forests, wildlife and national parks, agriculture and industries, art, literature, music, folklore, theatre and dance, education and healthcare, cultural heritage, freedom fighters. And there are some famous places also. Overall, you will learn about all these things in the Bengaluru division. Under the Mysuru division also, you will learn about history, natural resources, forests, wildlife, national parks, agriculture and industry, art, literature, folklore, theatre, dance, education, healthcare, cultural heritage and freedom fighters. Its districts and famous places. So, under the Bengaluru and the Mysuru division, you are going to learn all these aspects one by one. Once again, I will tell you children, Bengaluru division comprises of Shivamogga, Davanagere, Chitradurga, Tumkur, Chikballapura, Bangalore rural, Bangalore urban, Ramnagara and Kolar. Bengaluru is the capital of Karnataka. It is situated in the southern part of Karnataka. Once again, I will repeat that Bangalore is having 9 districts. They are Bengaluru urban, Bengaluru rural, Kolar, Chikballapura, Ramanagara, Tumkuru, Chitradurga and Shivamogga. Now, you are going to learn about the history of Bengaluru division. History as rich as Karnataka. We are proud to say that Bengaluru division has contributed to the history of Karnataka for the entire India also. So, earliest rulers who ruled Bengaluru divisions were from the Ganga dynasty. The capital of Gangas was Kolalapura or the present Kolar. So, after the decline of the Gangas or the downfall of Gangas, the area of Bengaluru came under the rule of many rulers such as Cholas, Hoysalas, Vijayanagara kings, Marathas, Mysuru kings and Bijapur Adil Shahis. So, since Vijayanagara Empire was an eminent empire or very famous, we are going to learn some aspects of the Vijayanagara Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire was divided into different regions called as Palayapattu. Some of the important Palayapattus were Keladi, Chitradurga, Yelahanka and Chikkaballapura. The Palayagars were the leaders. Now, let us learn the meaning of Palayagars. Palayagars were the leaders or the Nayaks or the head reported to the Vijayanagara kings. These Palayagars were under the Vijayanagara rulers. They were subordinate. They had to submit tax and gifts to the king. So they were following the instruction given by the Vijayanagara Empire and they were carrying out the administration very efficiently. Now let us learn about the natural resources. Dear children, let us know the meaning of natural resources. Resources obtained from nature, example, rivers, forests, waterfalls, animals, soils and minerals all together as called as natural resources. Now let us learn about the climate. Bengaluru division has tropical monsoon climate. The climate of all districts is not similar. The climate of one district differs from the other. I will give you example. Kolar experiences hot climate. Shimoga has the highest rainfall. Chitradurga gets lowest rainfall. Tumkuru, Davanagere, Ramanagara and Chikballapura, they get moderate rainfall. Moderate means not too scanty, not too high. Now let us know about the rivers of Bengaluru division. Many rivers originate or take birth in the Western Ghats. Some of the important rivers are Uttara Pinakini, Dakshina Pinakini, Vedavati, Shimsha, Tungabhadra, Sharavati, Varada and others. River Sharavati flows into western direction and joins the Arabian Sea. Now there are some important falls. I will give you examples. Jog Falls, Shumoga, Mutyalamadu, Bangalore. Now let us know about the dams in Bengaluru division. A dam is a barrier that stops or restricts the flow of water, forming a reservoir that suppresses floods and provides for water for irrigation, electricity, etc. So the excess of water will be stored. A dam will be constructed and that water will be used for irrigation, the generation of electricity and other purposes. Now I'll give you the example of some of the famous dams. Gajanur and Tunga Dam in Shimoga, Vani Vilas Dam, Hiriyur Taluk of Chitradurga, another dam at Markonahalli of Tumkur district. Now let us know why there is a need to protect water resources. Children, water is very important and exhaustible natural resources. We should not waste the water. Many of our rivers have dried out due to environmental pollution, starting of more and more industries, the emission from the industries, deforestation, that is cutting of forest for getting so many products from the forest, building purposes, etc. Uncontrolled urbanization, cities are growing at large scale. Many rivers of Bangalore urban district are on the verge of extinction. Now, many rivers were there in the ancient time. Many of such rivers are not at all seen now, and Bengaluru division is facing severe scarcity of water because of the extinction of many important rivers. Now, let us know about the mineral deposits. Most productive gold mines are in Karnataka, KGF. Iron deposits are found in Chitradurga and Tumkuru. Copper ore deposits are found in Chitradurga. It is said that mineral necessary for atomic energy production is available in Chitradurga. Chitradurga is having a very rich mineral resources. Now let us know about the forests. Forests are also very important aspect of the natural resources because so many rich trees, plants are grown and they give protection to many wild animals, birds, etc. So let us know where are these forests situated. Shumoga district has dense forest cover. You know very well, I have told you that Shumoga gets heaviest rainfall, so it is covered by dense thick forest. Bengaluru urban district is having very least forest cover because of the growth of cities and industries. The districts have forests ranging from evergreen forest to deciduous forests. There are many types of forests. Evergreen forest means the trees and the plants are always green throughout the year because of the sufficiency of the rainfall. Deciduous forest means they are green only during the season of rain. Sahyadri mountain range passes on the borders of Shimoga district. Sahyadri mountains, you might have heard, these forests have many rich trees like bamboo, banyan, tamarind, sandalwood, dindiga, teak, jolly, mango, and neem trees. There are minor forest products are also being obtained from the forest, and they are they are serving as the means of livelihood for many people for their occupation depending on the forest. Now let us know about some of the mountains. Halurameshwara Gudda in Chitradurga district. You know, children, remember the point that it is the tallest mountain in the Bengaluru division. Halurameshwara Gudda in Chitradurga is the tallest mountain in the Bengaluru division. Kavaledurga Shumogga is also one of the ancient mountain. Chandragutti is in Shumogga. Kodachadri mountains are also in Shumogga district. Nandi Durga is in Chikbalapura. I know that you might have all seen about the Nandi Hills. It is situated in Chikkaballapura, Bengaluru division. Now, there are many wild animals in Bengaluru division forest. Some of the important wild animals are wild cat, tiger, leopard, bison, wild pig, deer, bear, wolf, etc. Now, let us know about the wildlife sanctuaries and national parks or the forest reserves. See, government has, so before long back in the ancient time, the hunting was an amusement of the kings and many people, but now it is forbidden by the government. In order to protect the rare wild animals and the birds, government is taking a, it is building wildlife sanctuaries, national parks and forest reserves to protect the birds and the animals. Some of the such sanctuaries are Jogimatti Forest Reserves in Chitradurga, Bannerghatta National Park in Bengaluru, Bhadra Wildlife Sanctuary in Chikkamangaluru, Sharavati Wildlife Sanctuary in Shivamogga, and Shettihalli Wildlife Sanctuary in Shivamogga. Now I will tell you about some of the bird sanctuaries. Gudavi Bird Sanctuary is in Shivamogga, Mandagadde Bird Sanctuary in Shivamogga, Kaggaladu Bird Sanctuary in Tumkuru, Ramadevara Betta, there is a vulture sanctuary. Vultures are given protection and many vultures can be seen here. Other than that, Jayamangali Black Buck Sanctuary is in Tumkuru. Many types of deer are there. You can see many types of deer and the Jayamangali Black Buck Sanctuary. Now let us know about the agriculture. You know very well, from the ancient time to the modern time, agriculture has been the main occupation of the people of Bengaluru division. There is dry land agriculture. Agricultural activity in this division is depending mainly on rain, or the agriculture is said to be depending on the rainfall. Shivamogga is well irrigated because you know very well that Shivamogga gets good rainfall. Soil, kinds of soil found here is sand mixed red soil and black soil. Some of the main crops are ragi, maize, paddy, groundnut, various pulses. If you look at the picture, you can come across, even you might have seen your mother using so many pulses. You can make a list of the pulses and you can know the use of these. Other than that, there are some commercial crops like coconut, arecanut, cotton, sugarcane, mulberry. Commercial crops means the crops which are useful for the starting of many industries, or the products obtained from these trees are used in many of the industries. So I will give you one example. Cotton is used in cotton industry, sugarcane used in sugar industry, mulberry is used for the manufacture of silk, like that. And some of the important fruits of Bengaluru divisions are sapota, papaya, jackfruit, orange and banana. Now let us know about the food of this division. Ragi and rice are the important or staple food of Bengaluru division. Rotis are also made of ragi and rice. Ragi is also, rotis are made out of rice and ragi. People use this. Use of chapati has been become prominent nowadays. Sweets consumed during festivals, you know, because very well children, you are all fond of festivals because your mothers will prepare delicious sweets. Some of the examples are Paisa, Holge, Kichadi, Shavige, many things. Now let us know about the industries. Sir M. Visvesvaraya is called as the founder of our state's industrial sector. He implemented the fourth thought of Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV, Wadiyar family. Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV was a famous king of Wadiyar family. He was both Visvesvaraya and Krishnaraja Wadiyar had the thought of starting many industries because they never wanted India to depend on foreign countries for the manufacture of so many industrial products. They are of the opinion that if we do not establish industries now, we cannot attain progress. Progress of the country is not only depending on agriculture. Side by side with the agriculture, industries should also be flourished and improved and encouraged. Big industries have been established in places like Bengaluru, Bhadravati, Tumkur, Shivamogga and other places. Bangalore is the most important industrial place in India because most of the industries are concentrated in Bengaluru. Bengaluru is also known for IT and BT industries. You might have heard lakhs of people are employed in IT and BT. Other industries active in Bengaluru are aeronautics, electronics, etc. Bhadravati. See, Bhadravati is an important industrial town of Bengaluru division. Iron and steel industry was established in 1923. That is before independence only. An important iron and steel industry was established there. Now the name has been changed. Now it is called as Visvesvaraya Iron and Steel Industries Limited. A paper production factory was also established in 1936. This industry was also established before the independence. The first cement factory of the state was also established in Bhadravati. Children, you can say that Bhadravati is a industrial town of the Bengaluru division. The Birla cement factory is in Ammasandra of Tumkuru district. Karnataka is ranked second in the export of garments in India. Ranked second. The government has established apparel parks in cities like Doddaballapura, Anekal to promote the production of ready-made garments. You know very well, children, now the people have the trend towards wearing the more and more ready-made garment. So it's very famous. There are public as well as private companies. The public sectors and private sectors are there in the field of industries. Public sectors are owned, controlled and administered by the government, and private companies also run some of the industry and individuals also run some of the private industries. So these are called as public and private sectors or the companies. Now, after knowing some of the aspects or studying about some of the aspects of this chapter or the first division, let us try to answer some of the question and answers. So I will tell you that is in the page number 30 what questions can be framed and how you have to answer. First question, name any three kingdoms of ancient Karnataka. Three kingdoms of ancient Karnataka are Ganga dynasty, Cholas and Hoysalas. How many districts are there in Bengaluru division? There are 9 districts in Bengaluru division. And if it is asked to mention, you can look at the map and write the names of the districts. Name any 2 Palayapattus who ruled in this division. 2 Palayapattus who ruled in this division are Keladi and Chitradurga. Now the questions in the page number 40. What are natural resources? Give examples. Natural resources are the resources obtained from the nature. Example, rivers, forests, mountains, etc. Which district in Bengaluru division receives the highest rainfall? Shivamogga district in Bengaluru division receives the highest rainfall. State the reasons for scarcity of water in Bengaluru division. The reasons for scarcity of water in Bengaluru division are environmental pollution and deforestation. For this question, you can think more and more points and write, children. Growth of cities, pollution from the industry, etc. Name any 2 waterfalls in Bengaluru division. The 2 waterfalls in Bengaluru divisions are Jog Falls in Shivamogga district and Mutyalamadu in Bengaluru district. Now page number 60. In which district is Bannerghatta National Park? Bannerghatta National Park is in Bengaluru district. Name the highest mountain in Bengaluru division. The highest mountain in Bengaluru division is Halurameshwara Gudda in Chitradurga district. Name any two bird sanctuaries in Bengaluru division. Two bird sanctuaries in Bengaluru division are Gudavi Bird Sanctuary and Mandagatte Bird Sanctuary. Which bird does the bird sanctuary of Ramanagara protect? The bird sanctuary of Ramanagara protects vultures. Now the question and answers in the page number 17. Name the important crops of Bengaluru division. The important crops of Bengaluru division are ragi, maize, paddy, groundnuts and various pulses, coconut, areca nut, cotton, sugarcane and others. For which industry mulberry is an important raw material? Mulberry is an important raw material for silk industry. In which year the iron and steel factory in Bhadravati was established? The iron and steel factory in Bhadravati was established in the year 1923. Which cities of Bengaluru division have apparel parks? The cities of Bengaluru division that have apparel parks are Doddaballapura and Anekal. Thanks for watching our video. Please subscribe, like us and share. Thank you children.